So I do think, even though it'll force me to recalculate a few things, I am going to make some tweaks to this bag. Let me just get a few things out of sight for the moment and get this a little bit more shaped like, a little less like a cement bag and a little bit more like a kitty litter bag or something like that. So just selecting the item and tabbing back into edit mode. I think I'm going to turn on my proportional editing, and I'm going to just grab. Oh, let's do edge select mode. Not a big deal either way, but I'm going to hold down, select one of the edges at the end of the seam. I'm going to hold down my control button and select everything in between, and select on the opposite end, and that will select everything in between. I'm then going to flip over to the other side, switch to my shift button, click, and select, and then switch back to my control button again, selecting everything. And now I think the next thing that's going to happen is I'm just going to grab on Z. I'm going to roll the wheel on my mouse to make it smaller. And I'm just going to start eking things up. Might even make that smaller yet. Actually, maybe I'll make it bigger. Not too big. And just kind of play with that a little bit. And hit enter. Getting a little bit more of a curve happening here. And then what I'm going to do is, because I want this curve to intensify as it moves up, I'm going to do the same process again. So I'm going to grab on Z. This time I'm going to roll my mouse wheel smaller yet so that it has less of a area of influence, and we'll move it up a bit more. And then I'll do that again. Grab Z, roll the wheel smaller yet, move the mouse up a bit, and click to select. Now my geometry got a little, because this stuff didn't go with it necessarily, but just kind of taking a peek now in object mode. I think that might be okay. Although now what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go back into edit mode, and I'm going to do this one more time. This time with proportional editing off. I'm going to do a grab and Z, and move them up just a tiny bit more yet. Nice. I think that that'll work for what I want. I suppose I could maybe move some of this stuff down. I'll think about that. The other thing I'm going to do, though, for sure while I'm at it, is from down here, I'm going to select everything from the bottom view. And then I'm going to just push 1 to get into a straight on front view and an X-ray mode. Sometimes I hit shift instead of control. So I'm going to hold down the control button and unselect most of that stuff. Get out of X-ray mode, and I'm going to do the same proportional editing back on. Let's get a side view, zoom in just a bit. And I'm going to scale down, but I'm going to make the mouse wheel, roll the mouse wheel a bit to make it a little bigger. And do something like that. Hit enter. And let's just take a look. Object mode. Yeah, that's pretty close. I think I will, while I'm at it right now, make the changes right here too. So one more time, tabbing back into object mode or into edit mode. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to just grab maybe everything. I think from here over to here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll control, move over to the other side, And it should select everything in a more or less straight line there. I'm going to hold down Shift to hop over to the other side. Let go, grab Control. And I'm going to do the same thing. This time, though, I'm going to turn proportional editing off, I think. Let's get a side view. You know what? Maybe I will turn proportional editing on. I'm going to grab on Z. I'm going to make that really small. And just shift that down a bit. There. That seems a little bit more like it. I like that bag shape a lot more. Okay, great.